Again. My name is Namori Keita from Guinea, West Africa. I've been living in Portland, Maine since 2014. I love sharing my culture to the whole world, and typical in Maine here, I love sharing that culture, teaching you at that culture, understanding you what that culture means, and then what instrument I play. I play this instrument called drums, djembe. Back home in Guinea, we call this instrument djembe. Djembe is a play for many occasions in Guinean culture and ceremony, baptism, initiation. When we are sad, we play this instrument. When we are happy, we play this instrument. When we are in the moment, we play this instrument with the dancing and then singing for the community. Back home, when I started drumming when I was 7 years old, and I started serving the village when I was 24 years old. I take lead of drumming because I come from a family. My uncle who taught me drumming is Famuru Kunati. He teach us how to teach other. Otherwise, there is a many musicians, many drummer, but to share how to detail, how to explain this instrument, it make me happy, the most happier person, and then the same joy I took to my community, the same joy I'm gonna take to you.
One, two, ready, go. So, my name is Ellen Galler, and this is my humble home. This is my husband, John, and we're here with my wonderful students, the Pineland Fiddlers. These are my advanced group.
My name is Beckham Welling, and I started playing between the ages of 3 and 4. I live in New Gloucester, Maine, and I love it because it's fun.
I'm Astrid Jones. I live in Farmington, and I started playing when I was like 11 or 12, I think. And I have so much fun with Ellen. She's a blast.
And I should just mention that Astrid also is a step dancer, so she's taking it to another angle as well.
I'm Nori Edwards. I'm 11. I'm from Bodenham, Maine, and I started playing when I was 4, and I just love how fiddling brings people together.
My name is Eleanor Lowe. I started playing when I was 3. I live in Portland, Maine, and I just like playing.
Hi, I'm Owen Kennedy. I started playing the fiddle when I was 4, and I live in Winthrop, Maine. I like seeing people smile while I play.
You do.
Hi, I'm Caleb Edwards. I'm from Bodenham, Maine, and I started playing the fiddle when I was 4 years old. One of my favorite things about the fiddle is that when you work really hard on a piece and you get to play it for people.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it, when it just flows. So we'll start out with a little medley that is a collection of tunes from Frank Farrell, who lives in Bath, and he's a great tunesmith. He's written hundreds of tunes, and the names of them are The Humors of Maine, Down North, and then he came up with one recently called The Vaccination Reel that Owen found and brought to the group. And we'll finish out with St. Anne's Reel, which is, I heard this somewhere, I haven't heard it since, but I heard that St. Anne's is the official fiddle tune of the state of Maine, so we're going to just go with it. fun, too fun.
All right, so we're going to play some Cajun accordion for y'all now, and this is called a melodeon. You know, people just refer to it as an accordion, but it's the type of accordion. It's called a melodeon, and it was brought to Louisiana by the German farmers that were rice farmers, and then very quickly it got into the hands of the Creole people and the Cajun people. And they started composing their own music, writing their own music on it. And it was mainly, you know, dance music. What's great about this instrument, it has an accompaniment side. So this side's the bass side. You know, or a waltz. You know. So right there, it's like, all right, we got the two-step and we got the waltz, you know. And the great thing about the accordion compared to the fiddle was you didn't have to tune it, and it actually could survive the heat. A lot of people would just, you know, put it on their mantle when they were out working in the fields, and when they'd come in at night, they'd play the accordion. So yeah, I'll play a tune. This is called an old Cajun two-step. It's called Johnny Papa Danse. So that's a two-step. You could also play waltzes. So I'll play an old Creole waltz, and this is one. Yeah, so you didn't need a band anymore. You didn't have to have a fiddle or the triangle, you know. You could just hire an accordion player. You had the bass side, you had chords, so you can play multiple chords here. And the Cajuns, I think what makes their accordion playing really unique is they do this tapping rhythm. And so... You know, so that's a really, you know, that's something I don't hear in a lot of other melodeon music, but the Cajuns and the Creoles invented that. Yeah, and then later on, I think it wasn't until maybe the mid-1930s is when the guitar finally got to Louisiana, Southwest Louisiana. And that really changed a lot because then you had this other rhythm instrument. And what started to happen as the fiddle and the guitar and the triangle and later on even the drum set started to come into a Cajun band, all of a sudden the accordion players quit using this side. They quit playing the bass side, and then they didn't need it anymore, so they just started playing the button side. So still to this day, the accordion is like the main instrument of Southwest Louisiana. I hate to say, but more so than the fiddle. There's probably, you know, 20 accordion players for every fiddle player. So, but the two together is what really sounds great and really makes Cajun music, is when you hear that accordion and that fiddle together.
This song is one of the oldest songs still in the repertoire. It was given in the spirit to Father James Whitaker, one of our founders, back in the 1780s. In yonder valley there grows sweet union. Let us arise and drink our fill In yonder valley there grows sweet union. Let us arise and drink our fill. The winter's past and the spring appeareth. The turtle dove is in our land. In yonder valley there grows sweet union. Let us arise and drink our fill. The winter's past and the spring appeareth. The turtle dove is in our land. In yonder valley there grows sweet union. Let us arise and drink our fill. For the Shaker, all things are a gift from God. Every single thing. And the gift of song is the one particular gift that has never left the community. It has stayed in motion all of this time. And it used to speak our theology. We don't have a written creed. And although there are books of Shaker theology, the average Shaker never read it and never had any interest in reading it. They had an interest in living it and then living it through their songs. And when you would hear that in the 19th century, if you start reading a lot of these accounts of Shakers, they're quoting songs. Songs we can still remember and know today. So it's very interesting how caught up song is in the everyday life. Now, I know there are a lot of other places and communities that have like work songs and that's
Sure.
Shakers didn't do that. Shakers are very quiet people. Singing was done in worship, or when you had to learn them, when you'd have singing meetings so you could learn some new songs. When you received a gift, it means you had a special notice from the spirit world. It could be an individual, it could be an angel, it could be someone you knew in life who's passed on, or it could just seem to appear just from God. And the thing about song is communal, isn't it? Very important to our life as being one and the unity of the Spirit. And songs unify. So that can be articulated and used, and then when Shakers came from other communities, they would hear these songs and they'd say, that's a great song. The one you hear the most of is Simple Gifts. That was probably the favorite Shaker song. It appears in more hymnals from more communities than any other song. This is the song received by Elder Joseph Brackett of the Maine Ministry, entitled Simple Gifts. It's most likely the most famous of all Shaker songs, but it is also most famously missung. We know it majestically, but it wasn't. It was a quick march song. Therefore, it was in the spirit and it was done fast. So much so that he was remembered as singing this with his coattails a-flying. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn, 'twill be our delight, till by turning we come round right. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn, 'twill be our delight, till by turning we come round right.